And starting the 1st of July, you will be able to send less money abroad every year if you also use a credit card for international purchases. That's because the RBI and the government have decided to club international credit card transactions with the $250,000 per year foreign remittance limit. CNBC TV 18 Surbhi Upadhyay has the details.
Well, yes. All credit card transactions with respect to international purchases, whether you're making those purchases sitting here in India online or whether you're doing it in a foreign territory, all of these credit card transactions are going to now fall within the LRS ambit, the limit. What is LRS? Of course, the Liberalized Remittance Scheme. What was earlier happening was that the remittances up to $250,000, they were permissible under LRS. However, credit card transactions were over and above, and they were not counted as part of this limit of $250,000. But now with the latest amendment, which the central government has done, the cap will be $250,000, whether you're making that payment or transaction through a credit card, or whether it's a remittance or whether it's a cash transaction, whatever might be the medium. A lot of the industry watchers and tax experts say that this perhaps could be to curb the circumvention of the LRS limit itself, which perhaps some of the super rich, some of the high income earners or the high spenders were looking at doing. So that leakage, so to speak, has been plugged. However, it's raising its own set of operational challenges. Now, why is that? Imagine this. Every time that you go out on a foreign holiday and you're spending on that cup of coffee or buying something small to eat, there will be a credit card charge, and on that there will be a TCS, a tax collected at source provision. TCS on all these transactions has been raised from 5% to 20%. That was announced, of course, in Budget 2023. Earlier, it wasn't a problem because it would apply largely to remittances. But now, if the TCS provisions have to apply on all card transactions, then perhaps things could get a little challenging. So a lot of industry watchers say that we need to figure out how merchants and banks are going to implement these new rules. While, of course, in letter and spirit, they're fine that the LRS limit should be respected. It remains at $250,000. There should be no leakages or no circumvention. But the question is, will it lead to certain other unintended consequences? One of them also being that now you have to keep aside an extra amount of sum because there will be a TCS provision, 20% on every transaction that you will have to pay upfront. And then, of course, later you get a refund for it. So it does create a cash flow issue as well for people like you and me. So lots to think about, both for the super rich and for the regular retail class when it comes to making any sort of foreign spend, whether it is a foreign currency spend sitting here online in India or actually overseas.
Well, if you are traveling abroad after the 1st of July, do keep that in mind if you're using your credit card. Surbhi, thanks very much for bringing us those details.